She left me, man. She left me. I don't know. I was there. I cared for her. What went wrong? I have no idea what went wrong. It was a loving relationship. How can she leave me? What went wrong? What went wrong? This is called a freeze response. I have suffered with this. I was like, it was pathetic. Basically, slashing of the wrist, trying to commit suicide, trying to, follow the person, trying to relive that emotion again. I had no malintent, of course, but just wanted to relive that time again somehow, and couldn't believe this cannot happen to me, how this person cannot love me. So again, this is a freeze response, stuck in that time loop. And the only teacher for this stuff is movies and Bollywood and all that crappy stories that those crappy writers write. I and so today we are going to take a scientific approach, and we're going to analyze love and heartbreak and how to handle with it. Let's start from the psychology of it. So there are only three responses. The freeze response is when you are stuck in that time loop, when you are just thinking, oh my God, how can she even think about leaving me? How did this happen? Why did she leave me? This was not possible. How is it even possible? We were so much in love. We were together. Everything was going right. This shouldn't have happened. There must be something else. There must be something else. And you're stuck in that time loop, right? That is your freeze response, according to psychology. That is actually bad for the person who is feeling it, like me, I was feeling it. That is bad only for me. The freeze, I'm stuck in that time loop and I cannot move out of it. I was stuck for like 3 or 4 years in that time loop, by the way. And no one was there to basically tell me that, and guide me. That's a different thing. That's why there should be someone with you who can guide you from these troubled times. That's simple. The second is fight. Fight is the most dangerous one for you and for the other person, because in fight, the narcissistic psychopathic people who starts following, chasing the other person, who starts basically stalking the other person, right? The correct word is, and basically not only makes their own life hell, but the other person's life has a mental trauma, just continuous mental trauma. And that's the worst thing that can happen. And you might end up in jail, in prison for that. This can escalate from mental harm to physical harm. It's not good for anyone. Then comes the flight response. Now, flight response is pretty much good. Flight is like, fuck it. It's not my cup of tea. I am not meant for relationships. And hence, I'm just taking a hike from relationships. And that's it. And for like 6 months or in a year, you take a hike and then you fall in love again. See, that's pretty good. Not healthy, but pretty good. You're not learning anything from it. Healthier than the other two options, fight and freeze. In order to understand, in order to avoid such responses, first we have to understand the neuroanatomy behind it. What is the neuroanatomy of love? It's basically simple. These are emotions, and most of the emotions, the negative emotions, the anger, fear emotions, are controlled by amygdala. Is the response directly from amygdala. So, in our teenage years, what happens is our frontal cortex, prefrontal cortex, which is the rational thinking brain telling you, ooh, don't stalk her, ooh, don't try to confront her in a violent way, you might end up in jail, might ruin your life and the other person's life. Ooh, let's not cut our wrist because that's the symbol of true love according to Bollywood. Let's not do that. That's all because of your prefrontal cortex is weak. Your strategy making brain is not fully developed at that age. It takes 25 years for it to fully develop. Why does it take 25 years to fully develop? Because your brain allows you to experience the environment so that it can mold itself according to the current social environment, because social environment keeps on changing. Our brain and evolution has realized that this thing, this prefrontal cortex, the strategy making brain, the brain which tells you how to behave in a society, should take some time to develop, at least 25 years. Why so? Because the environment, the social environment is very dynamic and it keeps on evolving, it keeps on changing. That's why. If you go 200 years back, all these things, oh, stalking the girl, oh, just going there and, grabbing her, this might be considered as socially acceptable in back when, when there was no TV, no internet, no awareness whatsoever. But in today's world, it is not acceptable. Justfully, rightfully, it is not acceptable forcing yourself upon others. So, that's why our brain takes this much years, so in order to learn and adjust. On the other hand, amygdala, the fear brain, is basically fully developed during your teenage years, and that's why the fight, flight and freeze is basically the faster pathway towards your body. It's basically your, oh my god, I have to act right away because, oh, this is troubling, this might kill me, I have to fight, oh, I have to run away, oh my god, I just pretend I'm not even there, I freeze, I pretend like I'm dead so the danger will run away, right? That's physical danger. Unfortunately, our brain assesses non-physical mental danger in the same way. That's why you should be learning from other people's experiences. This shit is in the bag. You know the neuroanatomy behind it now. So how can you control it now? Is there any other way to control your emotion, contain your emotions when you're like fully angry, or you're like fully, oh my god, I will never ever allow this person to leave me. I'm gonna cut my wrist. I'm gonna, just eat some pills, or I will just keep on calling my friends and just keep on crowing about it. What should I do? What should I do? When you're feeling like this, trust me, none of your friends will, they will only endure you. They won't love to be around you. You're a pathetic, ugh, seriously. I have been on both the sides, so I know more. None of your friends just want to be around you when you are going through this phase. And hence, how can you contain it? How can you get over it? How can you not take years or like 7 or 8 months? How can you contain it? So the neuroanatomically, there are two systems, sympathetic and parasympathetic. Sympathetic is basically, I'm angry, I'm gonna hit something, how can she leave me? I'm gonna stalk her. That's your sympathetic. That's basically activates your amygdala. A minute ago we were talking about it. That's your paranoid brain, just keeping you on the edge all the time and just keeping you inches away from the prison. It's basically fight, flight, and freeze. When you're fighting someone, when a predator is chasing you, that's sort of your brain. So it activates when your brain senses danger. Now it can be losing your loved one, that sort of danger. Failure in love, that is also considered as danger according to your stupid brain. And how can you contain this? There is another system called parasympathetic nervous system. Now this is your calm energy. This activates your frontal cortex, your smart thinking, strategy making, how to behave in a society brain, and activate septum, which is basically brake on your anger. It's like, I'm gonna hit this person. Nah, calm down, bitch. Calm down, biatch. Calm down. Don't end up in jail. Don't hit anyone, or you might get beaten up, and die that way. Just don't do this. Don't do this. You're an idiot. That sort of brain, it activates as the parasympathetic brain. Now, how to activate parasympathetic nervous system? How to activate that? It's simple. Baba Ramdev yoga. Just breathe in more and exhale even more, right? You breathe in for 5 seconds and breathe out from 7 to 9 seconds. Take 7 to 9 seconds while exhaling. That's how you activate parasympathetic nervous system. That's what anatomy tells us. That's what doctors say about it. So breathe in for 5, Breathe out for 7. I I breathe out for 10 seconds. So you repeat it 7 times, you will able to calm down your amygdala, you will able to like calm yourself down and will not take any rash actions. Another thing, it is called amygdala hijack, you can check it. So you will not take any rash actions when you do this exercise. Now, when you're calm, when your brain is activated, now don't go again slide back to your, oh my god, she left me and all that. Reason yourself. Tell yourself, ooh, I have goals. I want to be something in life. I be a good husband or a good boyfriend is not the ultimate goal of my life. Is one of the goals. But if that is your ultimate goal, then you're pathetic. Okay, you're pathetic. You are just you're not a good human being. I'm sorry. It's cringy. It's cringy, man. Be better. Have some goal. Help the humanity. Help yourself if you are a narcissistic person, then help yourself, but don't get involved into this. There are other features to you, there are other aspects to your life. Concentrate on that. Oh, I want to be a good programmer. Oh, I want to be a good martial artist. Oh, I want to be a doctor. Whatever. I want to be a YouTuber, whatever. Focus on that. You know, tell yourself, ooh, I don't want to end my life like this, end up in jail or just die. I want to be something. I want to contribute to humanity. Let's do something, right? These are my goals. These are my parents. I want to make them proud for, if that's your reason, whatever your reasons is, focus on that. Try to, you know, reason with your brain, reason with yourself that you have a whole life ahead. You're only 19 or you're only 30, whatever. You have whole life ahead of you. It is not worth to even waste few months on this. Let's not waste anything, any time. Time is very precious. You will realize when you're old, when you will start losing your hair, when your beard will go white. It's when you're not as young, as your stamina is not at high, you will realize that how stupid you were to waste this time. Do not waste that time. My next video is going to be on how not to cheat. Yes, you can avoid cheating your partner, cheating your boss, whatever, but mostly focusing on partner, how not to cheat. That is what my next video is going to be. Subscribe, follow, whatever, help the poor guy, man. Please, thank you.